Came up pretty schmick if you ask me. A few spots I need to take care of, but I'll show you those. I'll talk about those when we get into it a bit deeper. Really appreciate how good it looks and where we've come from. You need to look back at the last videos. Hey guys, how you going? As you can see, I got it all smashed out. It took me about, I'll say 3 weeks. At least 80 hours of sanding, but results. I thought I'd bring you today's episode from behind the console. We'll start that. There's a few things I thought I'd make this video about since I didn't get too much footage of me actually doing the work, just because it was a lot easier to just get into it and get it done. The camera's not always convenient. Yeah, if anybody wants to give this a go themselves, I thought I'd just talk about some things that I had trouble with and maybe things that you could look to avoid if you do give this a go. 3 things I had challenge with when it came to gel coat on the boat. The first one would be I tried to spray it first and my compressor just didn't have enough pressure. So the problem I was having there was I was spraying, but because I didn't have enough pressure, it wasn't coming out. I don't want to say it wasn't coming out thick enough, which it was. It just wasn't coming out fast enough. So I didn't get enough. I wasn't able to get through the pot before it was hardening. So I was just able to cover small areas, which wasn't the best. So I switched to a roller, and we got it done. But yeah, make sure you definitely got a strong compressor, because yeah, you don't want to get halfway along the road and find that you got a roll. The spraying's a lot better. Another one was when it came to burn throughs and sand throughs and areas like that, don't use Cavasil. Don't mix it in the gel coat. My idea there was to get a thicker medium so I could place it in like a putty, but when you come to sand it and polish it, you can't. It doesn't have the same gloss. It loses the gloss, so you're going to end up having to take those out anyway and just gel coat it. But maybe that was a bit of common sense that slipped on my part. 3 tips I'd say when it comes to finishing it and getting everything straight, getting everything nice, is make sure you go through the grades of your sandpaper. So I suggest after you finish painting it, whichever you do, spray or roll it. I'd probably start with a 120, but if you do start with a 120, you just want to scuff it, so just get some light scratches. You don't want to be removing too much so it's a flat surface. It's alright to still have a little bit of bumps, because as you go through the grades, you'll slowly lower those bumps. And if you just stick with if you try to get it too low on that first grade, like on the 120, you're going to have a lot of burn through marks, which is what I done. And yeah, you're just going to be doing that again. So make sure you just try to respect the grades. So start off at 120, give it a light scratch. 240, another light scratch, and you'll find that those little rivets that you missed on the 120 will get smaller and smaller. And as you get up to about 600, they should be gone, and you should still have enough material to not cause you any problems down the road. Yeah, so that's it in terms of all the gel coating. I'm sorry I never got more footage of that. Yeah, like I said, it's just sanding. Anybody can do it, just takes time. The floors, got a bit of overspray and stuff on them. They still look brilliant. They're still glowing, but they need some work. Another sand, and there's another layer of epoxy going over them with another special luxury piece inside that, so hopefully that works out nice as well. But when we get to that, I'll show you guys that. The bowsprit came out quite nice. It's strong as hell. I can stand in it, I can jump, I can do whatever. Let's get up here. It holds. It holds. If you have a look at the two different colors, I'm not sure if you can actually tell. They look the same with the marks on them, but the Castex actually a little bit lighter because it's doesn't have an undercoat on the other side. It's a little bit translucent, so it's a little bit lighter. But once we gel coat the underside of that, it should get a bit darker as well. So that should even itself out. A question I want to put out to anybody watching these videos: with the epoxy floor, it's very slippery. I was gonna ceramic coat it just to slow down some yellowing, but I don't think that's gonna give me any grip. And I do want to EVA foam floor it, but I don't want to lose the look of it. So I'm not too sure. Is there any other way I can get some grip on this floor without having to put flooring down or too much flooring down? Other things I've done, as you can see, I've cut out the back seats. It's come out great. It's definitely given me the space that I wanted from it. Shout out to Steve Willie Panel and Paint. I think the lines on that came out pretty straight. It's amazing how much you learn by just osmosis. I keep doing this every time I get to a stage where I'm like, oh yeah, cool, that's a bit of a milestone. We're getting that much closer. I'll get somewhere and I'm like, nah, I got to do that. I don't know about you guys, but the back here screaming live wells, we're going to put in an inbuilt live well there, which is, I think, it's going to look great. There's going to be some also wood trim on the pockets. The pockets are going to get some wood trim, both of these here, so you'll get the top and the bottom one. Not too sure what I'm going to do with the back lines there, but the seat's going to be going on that side there. Where the bowsprit is, there's not really any support on the front side of it, so I'm just going to have to get a couple pieces of wood, just wedge them in there just to cover the gap, and then I'm going to epoxy it, and that hopefully that should give me the strength to stand on it. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I hope I covered enough to let you understand what's going on and fill you in on the excitement that I'm going through at the moment. It's all hard work, but it's all paying off. So next video, hopefully we'll get the live well done and pockets should be in. But yeah, we're getting closer.